Catholicism isn't necessarily the only way to worship the one true creator of heaven and earth, and here's why. It's not blasphemy, because this ain't a church. Because in a human traditional set of beliefs, we generally have some kind of rite of passage. Now, it might not be marked as a legal thing, like with Judaism, 13, 14, whatever, depending on what tribe and when. They have a bar mitzvah, and this establishes that this child has fulfilled the stipulations to be considered a man, to enter into a legally binding contract such as marriage. Christians don't always have one set age for when the marriage it can be cut. We have a state that decides when you're legally an adult, but the state doesn't get to say we can't betroth our children. There's going to be a shotgun wedding if your religion is, in God's eyes, it's going to be a shotgun wedding. Understand where I'm coming from? You don't get to say everyone in the world must be the same religion. Allahu Akbar. Because yours changes with the winds, and you like real little kids. Like, you don't know what betrothal is. You can't wait to get in the nitty gritty. You don't have boarding schools. You wouldn't have roads. One for us. Everybody knows Islam commands them to eat with their right hand and wipe their ass with the left so that they don't contaminate their food. What they might not realize is that's pretty much customary in any war zone. A religion doesn't necessarily have to be written by like 100 generations of Jews dedicated to that purpose. 2,000 years of Christians, monks who just spent their first year in silence transcribing the Bible. But if it's going to last forever, it probably helps. I'm not hiding in a cave with a 6-year-old laying down the law. This is the law, not Allah. Washington, there's no holy war out to get me. I don't know if you're qualified to discern the difference. I don't necessarily need to speak directly to Supreme Court right now. I'm just saying, can I hire a lawyer? Or is it capitalism all of them just for these people over here? If we don't support you going declaring war on Afghanistan just for 15 years and then surrender, we don't get to have capitalism. Send us to war with no army because we can't afford. Like, you can't just ignore reality because you signed it and act like we're obligated to obey your laws. January 6th was obviously illegal because they lost. Just attack you and go home, like just give these morons an excuse to reinforce their position. Might makes right. If you're okay with September 11th, more power to you. I'm just letting you know I'm not paying for it. I went straight back to my unit. Clearly, they were not allowed to know to expect me. Clearly, they were not in on it. However, your excuse ran away. Yeah, I know I was supposed to be the excuse. I was supposed to go and die and rise from the ashes like a phoenix. But the guy responsible for 92 Olympics was still there. In the LA riots. New Jack City. Stonewall Jackson had no slaves. And it's not racist if it's true. Now, where do you stand? Any rebuttal, Edie Amin? This is ridiculous. Islam has more money. Their futures exceed any currency known to man because it's not a human religion. Because first, do no harm. We can pretty much take for granted it's not going to last.